All right, guys, this is a quick little video to show us how to do the third word processing document that we will do in class, which is this one here. Okay, so the first instructions are download and open the document, phone text from Plato, and save it to your area, which everybody knows to do by now. And then I'll do this one next. At the end of the fourth paragraph, I'll click on the cursor after the word ago, and I will create a new page break by pressing Command FN and enter all at the same time. So I go here, I put my cursor just after ago, and if I click on, you can't see this on the screen recording, of course, but if I click on Command FN and enter at the same time, I have created a new page break, as you can see right there. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is go to. Yep, we did it correctly. We saw page break. Okay, now I'm going to go to the Home tab, and I'm going to show all of my new paragraphs and all of my formatting. Okay, so if I go to Home tab, and if I click on this little backwards P, you can see all of these sort of formatting issues. Okay, and so it shows me where there's a new paragraph, and it also shows me where there's a new page break. Okay, so I'm just gonna, next thing I want to do is unclick that so I can hide those again, and I'm just gonna get rid of that page break one more time. Okay, get rid of the page break. I can do that by deleting, or I can just do the undo button until I am back to where it was before. Okay, save that. All right, so we did this, we did that. Now we're gonna highlight the mobile usage shows Dendersplit, and we're going to show how different headings can be applied. Okay, so we're going to go to the Home tab, and we'll look at styles and sections and all this, and I'll show you how that can be changed. Okay, so if we go to the Home tab, Home. All right, and I'm just going to expand this so I can see all of my styles. Okay, you see this box up here, you've got all these different styles. You've got normal, heading 1, title, subtitle, emphasis, strong, all of these different styles that Microsoft will provide for you. Okay, so what we are going to do is just play around with them. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor here beside the mobile usage, and I'm going to try heading option 1. Okay, and you can see it changes. Wherever the cursor is on that line, it'll change to whatever style is up here. Okay, I've got subtitle, title, heading, normal. I'm just going to put it back to normal. Okay. In fact, let's go to the, if I hit the undo button up there, it'll revert back to the way I had it before, which is what I want. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, let me just get this a little bit smaller again. Next thing I'm going to do in my instructions is I'm going to cut the first paragraph and place it at the bottom of the document. This is very simple. You guys know how to do this by now. So I'm just going to highlight all of this. And then I'm going to double click it by using 2 fingers, clicking on the mouse pad, hit cut. And I'm going to go all the way back to the bottom. And then I will do Command V to paste. Okay. Next thing I want to do is I want to go to, I would like to go to the bottom of my document and insert the text here, this following text, ringtone 1, 2, 3, 4 with these prices. Okay, so I'll just do that. I'll just type in ringtone 1. I'll tab over twice, and I will put in, I'm just going to put 2 of them in because I just want to save time. But for you guys, I want you to put all of them in. Okay, so yeah, this will just save time, but it'll still show you what it is that I'm going to do. 1.50. Okay, so I've got some things in there, and now I want to correct the spacing between the ringtone and the price. Okay, and I want to apply a bullet point to the list. So I'm going to make sure that there's no space between those. Okay, so I will do that. I'll highlight those. Highlight those. Double click on it by using 2 fingers and clicking on the mouse pad. Select paragraph, and I will select spacing. Yep, single spacing, good, so I know it's single spaced. Okay, And now I will use bullet points. So I want to apply standard bullet points. Here's a list of bullet points up here. Okay. Oops, I don't want those. Those are standard bullet points right there. The little round ones. Okay. And then my next step says, let's change the bullet points to a numbered list. So if I go back to it, I still have it selected. Here's more bullet points up here. You can see the cursor, when you hover above it, it says numbering. And I'll change that to a numbered list. Okay. All right, so now it says to change the bullet points to the style which looks like ticks. Okay. Let me show you how you do that. So you go back to bullet points. Okay. I've already selected it, so I've got checks here, but let me show you what you do. So you go to define new bullet, okay, and you go to font, click on font, oh sorry, no, not font, sorry about that. Click on bullet, okay, and you will get these special symbols, all these special symbols you could choose to be bullet point lists. And there is a little check right there, which I have selected. So that's the one I highlighted, okay, and it's there for me right now, okay, so I will use that. Okay, so I've got checks now selected for my bullet points. Okay, next thing I want to do is just sort of play around with the indent tab. Okay, I'm going to indent my 2 bullet points, then I'm going to undent the bullet points. Okay, watch what I do. So go here, I've selected my ringtones. Okay, if you go up to the home tab, okay, let me expand this again. Okay. And you can see here, these indent tabs, okay? This can increase the indent, all right? Moves it over, or I could decrease the indent, all right? That's all that instruction is showing you how to do, just to increase and decrease the indents. Okay. Next thing I want to do is highlight the paragraph which starts with research also found that 3G, and I'm going to indent the first line of the paragraph. Okay, let me show you how to do that. So it is the one that says, research also found that 3G. Okay, so here it is here. Research also found that 3G. So I'm going to change the formatting of that paragraph. So I've highlighted the paragraph and I double click on it with my 2 fingers on the mouse pad. I select paragraph. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to make a special indentation. Okay, so I go to I'm on the indent and spacing. Okay, go to indentation, and then I'm going to click on special, and I'm going to choose first line, and it will indent it by 1.27 centimeters. Okay, that's great. I'll keep that then. Okay, my next instruction then says highlight the paragraph which starts young woman on the other hand, and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to choose hanging indent for this paragraph. Okay, so this one is young women on the other hand. Here it is here. Okay, do the same thing. Select the whole paragraph, double click on it, paragraph. This time special, I'm going to hit hanging. Okay, and it does that. I got a special little hanging indent right there. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to boop, 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 insert an image of a phone. Okay, I'm going to insert an image of a mobile phone. I'm going to put it in the right hand side of the document, which we've done before. So I'm going to go up here. So I'm going to put it somewhere up around here. I'm going to go to insert pictures, pictures from a file. I've already previously downloaded it, so I'm just going to grab it from my desktop. Here it is here. I'm going to insert it. Okay, it's pretty big. All right, I want it to be a lot smaller. So if I want it to be smaller, I can select it like that by the corners, just make it smaller. Now, I want to make it attractive, so I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to select wrap text tight. And that way, it nicely folds around all my text. Okay, the next instruction then is that I want to duplicate that image to the bottom left hand of my document. And I want to resize it so it is half the size. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that photo, that picture there. I'm going to hit copy. Okay, I'm going to go back down here, the bottom, and then I'm going to hit paste. Okay, and I'm going to move it over to the bottom right hand of my page. Let's go all the way down. Okay. And now the instruction says that I want to make it half the size. Okay. So the way I do that is let me show you to make it half the size. Okay. I will click on, once I click on the photo and I have it selected, okay, I know it's selected because I have all of these borders. Okay. Now I can go to picture format and I'm going to make that about half the size. So I'm going to change it to about 3.5 centimeters, and it will automatically change the width to that. So that looks good. I'm going to keep that like that. Okay. Okay, the next thing I need to do, okay, I need to change the orientation of the document. I'm going to change the orientation to landscape and change my setups and orientations. Okay, so let me show you how you do that. So we go to, back to home. Sorry, we go to layout, okay? And the orientation, I now want it to be, where does it say here? I want the orientation to be landscape. Okay, so I'll click on that. Click and change my orientation to landscape. And I want the page setup. I want to change the margins to narrow. Okay, so if I want narrow margins, click on Home, Margins. That's the Margins tab. And I've got all these sections here. I'm going to change it to narrow. Okay, I'm just going to move that bottom picture back up. Okay, so that's there. Okay. Then I want to change the size of my paper. Okay, we have all sorts of page sizes here. Let's check the A5. Okay, so that changes that. Okay, now if I wanted to print it, I go to File, Print. Okay, and I've got 2 pages. If I just wanted to print one of 2, I would go into here. I'd print from 1 to 1. Okay, and I'm not actually going to print it, but that is it for today. Okay, see you guys in class.